very silly poker coach and streamer because I just pressed start record and Shu and I did a show for 10 minutes, but we weren't live. And you played amazingly and nobody saw it because we weren't live. Anyway, I bring you the champion, the winner of Coaching Journeys Season 3, Race to 25NL. Shu's in the house. How's it going today? How you doing?
I'm very grateful to be here and very nervous to play 25. Just hope not losing all my bankrolls.
Yeah, we have a table of 25 here. As you can see, we're getting ready to go with this. You just won yourself a prize, a golden carrot pass. I just gave you the access the other day. You can get everything on Carrot Corner now. You can start a poker education now properly. You still don't have much theory. Even though you crushed 10NL, I don't think you've got that much theory. So it's going to be great for you to work through Grade 1 Carrot Poker School now, build that theory and combine it with all of the juicy habits that I taught you during Coaching Journeys, all of those tricks to exploit the pool. How are you feeling about this next stage of your poker education?
I'm really excited. I cannot believe that actually happened to me. I just opened the website and saw all the content in there is like worth, I don't know, 20,000. I don't know how much money. That's like a lot. That was like my dream to before. It's like, oh, very expensive, but I have this opportunity, so I'm gonna devouring all the content and study. I'll be unstoppable.
Just for the record, we definitely don't have any content that costs £20,000 or dollars. The golden carrot is worth just over about seven. It's worth exactly £1,700, over $2,000.
Okay.
It is a hell of a prize to win. I wish I could sell courses for 20k. I think I would need to be like a absolute end boss of everything in the world to do that. Let's get the cards in the air then. Let's play some 25NL. This is 2.5x the stakes that you're used to playing. And sometimes that jump from 10NL to 25NL can feel quite extreme, right? And quite rocky because it is such a step up in stakes. But what I want you to do today, Shu, is ignore that, play your normal game, and try not to get too distracted. You're a bit like a cat, that you're quite focused and you can pounce, but you also get distracted by shiny bits of objects across the room. So try to keep it chill, normal. Do what you did at 25.
Okay.
If you're beating that game, you're going to beat any game. If you're beating 10, you're going to beat 25 when you're winning at 5BB per 100. So just trust in your game and what you're doing, and don't deviate too much from your default approaches, both theoretically. If you play a certain strategy, keep playing it, and don't deviate too much from your exploits as well. The same exploits are still true.
Oh, it's betting. I'm raising. You don't have a 3.
What's your flop sizing if you were to bet the flop?
If I were to bet, then I will bet big.
Is that your
But I
game
don't wanna
plan
bet
in that
block
spot?
too much. Yeah, because I block too much. I mean, top set.
Okay,
I was like, okay.
but in general, are you playing a large C bet on that flop texture? Like, is that your game plan for that flop texture, or do you play a small C bet? Like, imagine you just have a random hand.
Well, depending on my hand, but I think that's a overbet flop.
Okay, you need to know what we need to do today is build your game plans, right? We need to know like where are you playing small bets, where are you playing big bets, and we need to get good at building those strategies and know what we're doing. I'd recommend just one sizing for your range in these spots. If you are playing big, you're quite right to check jacks, but if you're playing a small bet strategy, then you want to go ahead and actually bet that hand generally.
I can call this small. Oh, actually, no. Now I feel like I want to raise. But I don't want to bluff this. No, I actually, I don't know. So he's saying it's a 10 or flush. I'm gonna fold. Need fold.
Yep, I like it. I don't think it's nitty. I don't think the 3 of diamonds is enough of a factor. When everything completes and they go a reasonable size on river, it's not going to be an overbluffed spot. I think if that bricks out, it's going to be a bit overbluffed, but no, definitely a good fold. I think raising in that spot is very bad because you're asking the opponent to fold a straight, a flush, or a 10. And generally
Yeah.
at GG, low stakes and micro stakes, there are people who don't really get relative hand strength and just play absolute hand strength. That's really, really common. And try to move people off of those types of hands without reads is not generally a winning approach in these stakes. So I like the fold. Really well played. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Ilesco Zondi Struans. Welcome to Tiho Thivel. I was very careful when I read out weird names in case they're horribly rude words and I just haven't realized. But yeah, that was a safe one. This is great content, says Tiho. And congrats to Shu for winning the race to 25 ml.
Thank you.
So what I want us to do together at some point, maybe on a stream, is do a session where we actually work on your game plans. Like, what flops are small bets, what flops are big bets, how do you actually make a good decision about whether to bet or check your hand? You can get away with being sloppy on flop because a lot of the time it doesn't matter massively what you do, especially if you're playing small bet strategies. But if you're actually playing big bet strategies on certain flops, we need to do some work on that, I think.
I'm going to try 3 by those, 4 by those. Thank you.
Yeah, four bets good. Fold is the result we want. Don't go so big. There's no need to go that big. What people are going to do in this pool is they're going to shove or fold a lot.
I didn't know just my default.
I know, but I want you to slow down a bit today. I want you to really this is the next phase of your career, and having too automated a game where you sort of click too quickly, that is not a good long-term habit in this next phase of your game. It's time to take a bit of time, pace yourself if you can. Contain the excitement. I know you're excited to be here, and quite rightly so, but let's try and just breathe, take a couple of seconds before we act, and be as methodical as we can be. Don't get bogged down. You're a fast player, you're an intuitive player, but you just need a couple of seconds sometimes. That's all.
Because I heard when you bet fast is pretty strong. That's why.
Sure, that is generally true, but most people don't care about your timing when you're called for betting. It's very unlikely to affect anyone's decision.
Maybe it's a call.
So if you don't know the theory, 3-bet's always going to be good exploitatively in that spot, right? And that is a mixed 3-bet call. And I would 3-bet it pure in this pool because I want us going down that road that's higher EV as often as possible. And I think 3-bet is a bit higher EV than call. If you're against do you know the warrior regs? Have you encountered many of those that are like over bluffing, over 4-betting? You can sort of figure out who they are. If it's a warrior reg, you maybe just want to call the hand and play post flop, but without that read, 3-bet's your main action there. That's going to net the most EV overall. So how are we doing Twitch chat? How are we doing YouTube?
Are you asking me?
Is your name Twitch chat or YouTube?
Wait. I need to concentrate.
Sorry, I'll leave you alone.
I can bet this, right? There's a lot of... Okay, there's a fold. Oh, you mean my Twitch?
No, we will talk about that. I was just talking to chat. I was saying good morning.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
You do stream. So Shu, you do a stream where there's like loads of like horrendous loud music and you excitedly saying things quickly and taking actions quickly. This is your stream. Great content for anyone that likes that kind of thing. For me, I'd rather have a cup of coffee and read a book, but it's whatever floats your boat. Tell us a bit more about your stream. What's your Twitch channel called?
My Twitch channel is Victor_Franco_. And what do you mean horrendous music? I love my music. A lot of people say my playlist. They say it's like the best music.
It's subjective, right?
It's objective. I like my music. I mean, just hang out. I mean, I just like, oh, I don't bet this. Oh yeah, take my time, right? Sorry.
Yeah, try and just take a couple of seconds, right?
Okay. Is there a value to be had? Wow. I feel like I want to fold this. Actually, I'm actually folding this. You can scold me now.
You know, the most
I
important
could have all the
things.
10. Mm.
Yeah, you can have a lot of tens, and I think in GTO that's a
Mm.
fine fold to make. Absolutely fine.
Yeah,
You have a
because I
bluff
could
catcher.
check 10.
The question is, are they
Yeah,
over bluffing? And the thing that
I
can
don't
make
know.
those spots. Well, pull up that hand a second. I want you to do a little bit of analysis here. And this is
The
what we're going to
over.
work on, is like the skill of analyzing more slowly. This is the next phase for you. What could make that spot overbluffed? Like if that spot was overbluffed, why would it be overbluffed? What would be the reason?
You mean if that's over bluff spot?
Yeah, like what could make that overbluffed? What could be an argument for that spot being overbluffed? What factors?
Over bluffed.
I'm not saying it
Because like
is, but
yeah, okay, yeah.
what do you notice about this spot? You're playing hijack big blind, and it goes check, 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 check. So if we focus on villain's range before they bet the river, what does their range look like before they've bet the river? I want you to focus on that range for a minute here.
He could have a lot of ace high. Yeah.
What does he usually have before he bets the river? A big blind player that checks to you twice.
Like a low pair.
Maybe. Or
Yeah. Or a 10.
so right now
Ace
you're
high.
hand reading quite lazily and you're looking at the board and it's very sloppy, I have to say. It's very sloppy. I want you to start thinking about the stuff you're not visually looking at here. A big blind player that checked the flop and checked the turn. They've done nothing aggressive. What do they usually have when they do nothing aggressive?
Nothing. Air.
Right. Okay, good. Give me some examples of air and start strengthening that connection in your brain that they can have air combos. Give me some combos of air.
5, 6,
Huh?
7, like 8, 9.
Good. 8-9's a great combo because
Yeah.
it doesn't lead turn ever, really. 5-6, I wouldn't expect to see as often because it will lead turn at some frequency, but 8-9 is
Yeah,
good.
works.
Give me more combos
6,
that
7.
you think will be here a lot. 6-7's great. Give me more combos.
7, 8.
Good. Now give me a big card, low card combo that's there.
Like maybe like Jack 9.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
So you see how that's a big part of villain's landing range on the river. Now, that's the thing that could make a spot like this over bluffed. However, they overbet. That's less of a bluffing factor. Secondly, they have a German flag. Now, I don't want to say that Germans are nits or anything like that, but one thing that's true is that they don't get rake back based on legislation in Germany, to my knowledge, on this site. And that means that a lot of regs choose not to play here, which means that there's a higher chance than average that that flag is a recreational player. Not because that country's terrible at poker, that's not what I'm saying, but because of the fact that regs are a bit put off playing there. You know how Jurgen didn't get raked back because Belgium's actually similar legislatively, and a lot of Belgians are also not choosing to play here, right? So when you see a black, red, and orange, or black, red, and yellow flag, whether it's Belgian or German, there's a fair chance that it's not a regular, just demographically. And the 10 paired on the river, and as you rightly said, you have a ton of 10 in your range, and it's very off-putting to bluff into a range that has a ton of trips in it. So I actually love your fold. I think it's a great fold. And I think this is one of the rare check bet spots that won't be overbluffed for this sizing from this flag on this run out. And I think your instincts are right here. But I do want you to understand that when we talk about ranging an opponent in this spot, we talk about their landing range, we're not generally thinking about an ace, although it could be there. We're thinking about air hands that just sort of drift their way to the river when you check back twice and leave those hands in range, right? And what you did there is you got better at imagining what those air combos are and connecting the dots, and not just lazily looking at the board and seeing some card that's on the board. So we're just working on your range awareness there. But yeah, really cool spot. She was
I also
singing.
blocked.
Sorry, cut you off.
No, I also blocked the king 10 if, so
Well, this is the problem with blocker
for blocking
analysis.
stuff.
It's a bit incomplete because you could say you block king 10, but you also block king 7 and king 6 suited and king 8 suited and king 9 offsuit. And it's like, are the kings good cards to have here? Not really. It'd be much better if you had a pair on the board because then you would block less combos of air. You could also say king high checks a lot for showdown, and therefore the kings are a better bluff catcher than two jacks. Two jacks are really bad bluff catcher here because they block maximum air sort of combos, hands that are likely to bluff. But I don't think that's really your level yet to start like deciphering what the blockers are. I think first and foremost, the data points. What's the landing range? What's the bet sizing and how bluffed is it? What's the texture and how bluffed is that? What's the opponent type and how bluffed is that? And once you're doing those things well, you can then start to move on to like blockers and things when you're not sure, and you can practice that, but let's not worry about I block king 10 or anything like that. It's incomplete.
Okay.
Happy with that analysis?
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank
Good
you.
job on the coming up with air combos. Keep doing that exercise. It makes you a hell of a better poker player.
Oh, hopefully it's a good fault.
Mark says Germans do have rate back on GG. Sorry then, maybe I'm wrong. I thought they didn't. I thought maybe it's just Belgians.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong. That said, I don't think there's a lot of regs in Germany playing this site compared to like the UK. The UK is quite a reggy flag in general. There's a lot of regs in the UK. Netherlands is also quite a reggy flag. It's good to know like what proportions of countries, send their regs to the pool and like what nations send more recreationals to the pool. That's a good way of thinking about it, I think. Will there be a 25 NL series with Shu? Is Shu that popular that you guys want to run another series?
Oh shit, I checked this. I can call this, right? Please. What is this? Oh, I know he bluffed me, but I'm gonna fold this. I don't have a spade.
I want you to ignore backdoor flush draws for now because they're not helpful. They're distracting you. Okay, I just want you to try and ignore them completely.
Okay.
And I want you to focus on how bluffed the spot is and how good your bluff catcher is. You have a terrible bluff catcher and it's not a texture that's going to get bluffed a lot, so you do want to fold there.
Yeah.
Tiho says, this format's really great for learning. When a coach explains to a student, I feel I learn a lot more than a regular video with tips. I can place myself in shoes. Nice. Everything sticks better. Yeah.
Can I post my channel in the chat?
Yeah, absolutely. I want you getting as many viewers as possible. It's hard to grow
Really?
at first. Yeah, of course.
More viewer than you?
That would be every great teacher wants their students to surpass them. That's my ethos. If a student gets better than me at cards, I'm obviously bitterly envious and upset and angry, but on the surface I'll be very happy. I'll pretend I'm happy about it, So yeah, definitely get more viewers than Carrot Corner. That would be great. I'd love that for you.
What is fold? Oh, that's good.
No one has commented on my lack of beard yet. What's wrong with you guys? Come on. You not even
Oh, I
noticed?
cannot see you. Wait, I need to check to see
Open
you.
the stream and you'll see what I look like now. I'm a
Oh,
different
let me see,
man.
but there's ads. Wait. Fucking nice. Fucking nice.
German players get 70% of rake back and they pay around 20 to 30% more rake. Right, I see. Natural Lover, thank you for the clarification. So there is a reason to not play, I suppose. They have their own leaderboard, which isn't very good, says Natural Lover. Okay.
Which channel you have the most viewer? I wonder, like YouTube or Twitch.
YouTube generally, but then again, I don't stream very often, and I have a lot of YouTube subscribers from videos, so it's not really a fair comparison.
Hmm. Oh, he's thinking so long. Interesting. Interesting. He's thinking like 7% is good. I think my stats is good, right?
I would honestly stop looking at your stats over 23 hands. This is beyond useless. You're doing a lot of things that just distract you from good things you could be doing. And that's our focus. That's one of our focuses today. It's doing less of those distracting things.
How many hands he has? 3,000. Reasonable. I need to call one. Okay, please catch up a little bit. It's too much. Okay, you want me to take my time, right? Hard decision. Very, very hard decision. I have pocket tens. What should I do? Reluctant. Okay, he has pocket tens. Let's go. Okay, I don't need to slow roll him. Okay,
Yep,
fine.
well done. Not raising flop there is really important. Like that would be like raising the flop there would be literally the worst raise ever. I cannot think of a worse spot to raise than that flop. I'd have been sick. So but well done for taking your time, because you know it's a slow play spot. Like there's no urgency, there's no reason to raise, but you still took your time and made sure, and that's what I want you to do.
Yeah, because I had a really hard decision of pocket tens.
Right, but if that was a smaller bet, you would have had more of a decision, right? Because it would have been more of a fast play spot. I would still have slow played, but it would have been closer.
Good.
No, Sam, you're dead right. I'm absolutely furious if anyone gets better than me at anything I'm teaching. You're quite right. Yeah, I was just trying to look good, but no, I do like it when students get really good at stuff. I don't generally try and compare myself to people like that, but it is.
I'll just bet 10% of the monotone.
I've not had a haircut, Frinza. That's actually coming today. I've got a hair appointment today. My hair's quite long at the moment. Get it cut later.
Just gonna bet small. Thank you.
And what happened for you there? Was that a 4-bet pot?
Squeeze.
Squeeze
3
pot.
bet.
Okay. Yeah.
But monotone, I don't have a hard. I just bet 10% and see what he does.
You bet 10% anyway. Like you can bet 10% as your general sizing for the spot, and then you can obviously go from there. And I think turn is quite thin. It's okay, but it's pretty thin, but it's okay. Like don't go any bigger than you went on turn. I like that you went small. You could also go even smaller on turn if you want. You could go B20 or B10 or B15 or something. But yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. The problem with checking there is that people are just not going to bluff that spot very much. So check call is not a good line on turn. Check fold is an okay line on turn, by the way, because your hand's kind of dead and they're not going to bluff that spot much. They don't have a lot of air. Look for airless range spots where they don't land with a lot of air, and it's like the opposite to that last spot. If they don't land with a lot of air, don't take a bluff catchy line. You are running quite well today, huh?
Yeah, I blocked too much. I had to check this. I like them catch up and maybe bluffing. Oh, it'll raise. Actually, he could have straight, right? I mean, if he raised me, I think I'll fold. Oh, I'll bet this. Okay.
Okay, so I want you to sit out and pull up this hand.
Okay. 7 deuce.
And I need you to stop auto-checking the top of your range on the flop. I need you to stop it. Look at the SPR here. And look how different it is to that last hand. So when you had the nines, the boat, click that hand for a second. Just show the audience. That's second bottom on your screen. Further down.
Oh, okay, there's another 9.
If you look at the SPR on the flop here, it is a 3-bet pot. Sorry, it's a 4-bet pot. There's not much money left, and there's not much pot growth needed. And so you want to slow play at this SPR because the money's going to go in anyway. And the pot's very nicely growing in relation to the stack. Now I want you to click back over to the ace-10 hand. This is a different world entirely. The pot's tiny. And I need you to understand that it's not just about whether the opponent remains in the hand or not, or catches up or bluffs. It's nice when they bluff. But I'm not sure what catches up means here. Like, you want to hit a pair of 7s with 5-7. Like, how well is that going to go? Okay, you want them to hit like 7-6? Well, they would call a bet on the flop with 7-6. You want them to hit a straight would beat you. You want them to hit trip 10s? They would call a bet with a 10. So this catch up is nonsense, because the hands that catch up to a hand that's...
not catch up. Yeah, it's more like I already blocked the top two.
You're not allowed to think about blockers. You're not a skilled enough player yet to be making decisions based on blockers. Right, I'm going to be brutal with you here. You're not. So we're going to ditch blockers. We're going to leave that. And we're going to focus on fundamentals. When you take Carrot Poker School Grade 1, you're going to see how urgency works and how pot building works. And it's not just about it being a shame when they fold. Like, if they fold here, they have a bad hand, and that's okay. And if you check here, people aren't going to bluff that frequently on ace-10-6 against under the gun. Like, sometimes they are, right? But it's not going to be that frequent that they bluff you here. So your first priority when you're at a big SBR in position is to ensure some pot growth against ace-x, 10x, 6x gut shots. Now, the reason that you're not allowed to think about blockers yet is that you're not able to accurately assess the impact of the blocker effect yet, because you just don't have enough experience, right? And if you think about King Queen, that is a completely unblocked 16 combination hand, and it's calling a bet. King Jack, completely unblocked 16 combos, maybe less if they 3-bet sometimes, whatever. It's calling a bet. Queen Jack, same thing. 7-8, same thing. 9-8, same thing. 10x, same thing. Ace-x, same thing. 6x, same thing. There's still 2 aces and 2 10s in the deck. This is not true that you block too much to bet. It's just not true. Only time I want you slow play is when villain's more polarized. You think they're going to bluff a lot. This is not a spot where they bluff a lot in the next node. Or where the SPR is lower and you can handle a streak of stagnation. But here your priorities need to shift massively. And you need to start thinking more about pot growth with this hand in position on the flop at this low SPR. You need to start thinking about pot growth and start prioritizing money going in against the hands that are continuing, and not worrying about like when they fold or when they have nothing. Okay? This automatic habit of checking with the top of your range, it's not good.
Okay.
Yeah, I did try and beat you with deuces in a 4-bet pot, Sam, but you also have to understand that, like, when you're on holiday and you're drinking beer, sometimes you do things that aren't the highest EV play. It's about emotional EV, mate. Emotional EV. If I was you, I would start with grade E and exploit, says Struans. Actually, I don't agree with that. I think what you need to do, Shu, is you need to get a bit worse before you get better. You've reached the point where your game is winning, right, at 10NL. You're doing a lot of good exploitative things in a lot of spots, and your instincts are quite good, and you're doing a lot of stuff we said. But you're going to hit a ceiling, right? With the lack of theory, you're going to hit a ceiling. And I'd rather you dealt with that now and got a little bit more confused in the short term, and then we'll straighten it out together. We'll figure out how to do it.
Oh, maybe not. This 8% guy. Ace Jack, I think I will 4-bet bluff, but maybe not Ace 10. Wings. Oh, please win. Okay, 11, 12. 12 is good. Okay.
Is that enough scolding yet? You did say you wanted to be scolded before we started the stream.
Yeah,
so.
it's good.
Okay.
Anything. I mean, you're much better than me, so anything from you.
I think you do things better than I do, for what it's worth. I think your instincts and your sort of speed of making decisions is actually really good sometimes, but it can spill over into this bad habits get ingrained. They become instantaneous. Like, there are really good slow play spots, and then there are just spots where you've got a pot build, and it's just learning which is which.
Yeah, I almost snap caught with the jacks, but not jack, the pocket nines with the bolt. And then I was like, slow down, slow
Yeah,
down.
yeah, slow down, and you forgot to slow down with the ace 10. And if you'd slowed down with ace 10, you might have started thinking about building, about all the stuff that can call.
But I think I get more money from him. He called a raise. If I bet this, he probably just call, and then I'm gonna overbet the turn.
Which
He
hand?
probably fold. I mean the ace 10. If I have C bet small,
Mm-hmm.
like 33, he call. On
Mm-hmm.
the turn, I probably overbet, and he's folding.
He's not always
So
folding. He's folding a lot, but the times he calls, he's got an ace or something, and you win a pretty big pot. But if you think overbet's overfolded, you can always bet smaller on the turn. You don't have to overbet the turn.
mm,
You know? And it's not just about like stacking someone, it's also about just winning a bet from King Queen now while it's calling. Like, you could bet big on the flop as well. You've got loads of options. I just don't like checking the flop. I don't mind betting big, I don't mind betting small. If you bet small, they'll raise you sometimes as well. They'll raise a gutter. They'll bluff raise you. Some frequency.
okay. I think I'm gonna just get bet 4-bet pot. I'm gonna just bet 8. See what happens. I'm gonna check this. See what he does. Oh, I bet big. I'm gonna bet. What a set gonna call? And I have the ace queen gonna raise me. I'm gonna bet this. I want to try this. I'm gonna try this and see what he does. Oh, he does a call. Okay. What he has? Jacks.
Why did
Maybe I can
you
bet.
why did you choose that? What was the logic for that bet, sis?
Okay. The logic is, I mean, very obvious. Queen's a straight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I bet bigger. He might fold.
Bring up the hand.
Yeah.
He might
And
fold.
sometimes they raise also. Sometimes they raise and to bluff, especially in the 4-bet pot. And
I disagree with them raising to bluff here. This is a spot where your opponent never has nothing. Ever. He's called flop, he's called a 4-bet. How can he have nothing? How can he have a bluff? He'd need to bluff like ace 10. That's the sort of like ace 10 suited or something. And I mean, maybe sometimes, but I don't think it's a priority to try and get villain to bluff in a spot where they have no air. You shouldn't be trying to get people to bluff in spots where they have no air. You were on the right lines with your thought process initially when you said, what does a set call? Even though that's a bit like targeting, and we have our issues with targeting and blah blah blah, but in this spot you are trying to get called by a set. That's the main thing. Or maybe like King Jack or something. And it's not going to be very bluffed if you check. And betting 5 is just like checking, really. It's like taking a slow play line. It's another bad slow play, I have to say. I like half pot. You were about to bet about half pot there. I think that's a good sizing. I think third pot's a decent sizing. I think your sizing is not greedy enough. I think you can be greedier. Also, bear in mind, people are not that great at folding absolute hand strength. So if someone has a set, they're not going to be skilled at folding it in these games. They're likely to call half pot, up to half pot very often. So again, there, you've gone off the rails a bit. You started off with just a healthy, I have a good hand. What can I value bet? What can I What's my hand worth? That's a good thought process. And then you start getting fancy and hoping they bluff. You're putting too much stock in hoping that people bluff you without assessing whether they're remotely likely to bluff you. That's a problem. We can't take a line that relies on something happening that hardly ever happens. There are spots where you get bluffed a lot, then there are spots where you don't get bluffed a lot. And it comes down to that landing range. How much air does your opponent get to the river with in this hand? Can you even find a combo of air that they get to the river with?
Well, pocket 8 is not air. 9 not pocket 9, but half pot set. The thing is, he didn't. I mean, if he has a set, he would raise me, right? Have pocket 7 or pocket 10s.
Not necessarily, no. Maybe. Maybe
No?
not. Maybe not.
I think no.
Not always. No, it's a 4-bet pot. People slow play in position. Not always.
Okay, but then
My question was, what air does villain have? And you've not been able to give me one combo. So are we safe to conclude that this is an airless spot? Can we safely just summarize and say there's no air in villain's range? Like, are you okay with that? Or do you want to
I
find me
think
some
you could
air?
have pocket 6, pocket 5. No, pocket 6 maybe.
So you think that pocket
Because I bet
fives...
so small.
So you think
I
pocket
bet
fives
so
3 bets, cut off versus under the gun, and then calls the flop?
Pocket 6 maybe.
How likely is
under-
that? Sure, how likely is that? To 3-bet in these positions and then call a 4-bet and then call the flop. How likely is pocket fives to do all 3 of those things?
Yeah, because I just think like, okay, just like 4 to a straight, and if it's too big, he's not gonna call. So
I agree.
yeah,
But-
I also think like he's less likely to have a set. I mean, unless it pocket jacks, okay. But also on the 9 on the turn, I check, he checked.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
Check.
Yep.
So he doesn't have 9. I assume sets will fast play.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you doesn't want to see a straight or whatever. If you have 7, he maybe like,
Yep.
because I bet so small, he could at least raise me, right?
Yep. My problem
He doesn't have
is...
7. Yeah.
Okay,
He
I
doesn't
like...
have a set. I didn't
That's
have a
good.
set,
That's
yeah.
good. That's good reasoning. It's not that he doesn't have a set. He could have a set.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
unlikely, as you say, to be... It's most likely Jacks. But Jacks is quite a likely hand for this spot. Like, Jacks is not that unlikely a hand, and it's a small range spot. So I do think he has Jacks quite often here. I think he could, at some frequency, have another set, but it's a low frequency. He can also have King Jack, Jack 10, hands like this at a low frequency.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you that it's hard to get called in this spot by worse. However, you bet really small. And I'm not saying you should bet big. I'm just saying you should bet bigger, right? I'm not saying bet like 2/3 pot. That's too big. But you can bet bigger than 10th pot, I think.
Yeah, I think my main reason is I didn't think he has a set. Yeah. Because if he has a set, he will tell me already before.
I think
turn check,
that's
check.
fair. I think that's fair. Yeah, I missed the tournament check earlier. You're dead right.
Yeah.
That's a good read.
So I like, and then 4 to a straight, that's so scary.
Mm-hmm.
And
So I think you do want to go small, and I think you just want to go a bit bigger, because I'm just prioritizing making a bit more from jacks, making a bit more from king jack, making a bit more from aces, whatever crying call they're going to make. I think you can go a little bit bigger than 5, but okay, I'm sold on like quarter pot, third pot, I think, given that they don't have a set very often. Yeah.
Yeah, turn was check.
5 is
you want me to
interesting,
turn-
actually. 5 is interesting because maybe they have a lot of ace king here. And maybe they do raise occasionally with ace king, and they maybe cry and call it for 5. Do you know what? I don't think your line's that bad. I think you've convinced me it's not that bad. But what I have a problem with is the sort of arbitrary trying to get people to bluff, right? In spots where they're like the over prioritization of trying to get people to bluff, and the under prioritization of getting called. That's the main issue I have with your game, but you have convinced me that this line on the river's not that bad. So there you go. Does that make sense, though, as a general point, what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
But also just my experience, actually when in the 4-bet pot like this, when I bet 10%,
Mhm.
it's actually most of the time when they raise is a bluff. And that happened to me a lot when I bet small because that just looks so like it's like, oh, I don't have much, but it's like block bet because I don't have really good hands.
I definitely
And
agree that if you bet small and get
yeah,
raised, you should call with this hand, and then it
yeah,
will be a bluff like a reasonable amount of the time. But I also think that the raise frequency overall on this texture isn't that high because people just have showdown value all the time. So it's just not a spot where they have like a terrible hand that often. They have a hand that can
yeah.
cry and call some sizing, and I think your sizing can be a bit bigger than 5.
Mm.
I just wouldn't be like putting getting bluff raised as the top priority there. I'd be thinking a bit more about just winning a bit more when called by like the jacks or the 2 pair or whatever. Like your sizing
Mm.
underperforms against pocket jacks and king jack and any other random set, and it definitely underperforms against 8s just in case that's there. And then it's like, do you get enough back by getting raised by ace king as a bluff or ace 10 suited as a bluff by going 5? I don't know. That's not clear to me. That's why I'd go a bit bigger. But this is we could talk about this hand all day. The main thing I want you to take away from this is that getting called and making a bit more by value betting is also really important, and you want to assess how likely each texture is to be bluffed rather than just being general and saying people bluff a lot when I bet 5. Like that might be true when they have a lot of air, when they have a lot of like low showdown value. I don't know if it's true here, but yeah, interesting discussion, and you're quite right that they don't have a lot of sets. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. It's turn check.
Exactly. Good. Then that's you hand reading the turn and then figuring out the river based on the turn, and I love that. That's really good. Right, let's go. We're getting bogged down. Let's play more.
You want to buy my course?
I want to buy your course on realizing that people don't have a set unless it's jacks.
I will turn on some light. Maybe it's too dark, right? Is it better?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's better.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, chat. Sorry, I've neglected you because I was arguing with Shu. Sorry. Is the
Not
coach
argue. This is
discussing.
Yeah.
Hello, is the coaching journey 3 on YouTube? All the coaching Jurgen and Shu received, correct? There was none behind the scenes whatsoever. Apart from the odd stream, we did a couple of streams.
Position. Ace jack again. 3 by this.
So as Sam says here, Shu, putting too much stock in hoping people bluff a lot on GG is not a good idea. Because a lot of spots are underbluffed. And I know you notice the spots that are overbluffed. Or you notice when they do bluff.
Wait.
This is a bit of a bias there.
Yeah, it happened to me a lot. When I bet 10%, they always raise me. And
They don't always
There's
raise you.
only-
You remember when they raise you. They do not always raise you.
it just seems so sharp. Wait. 9%. What about me? I'm gonna shove this. Am I lagging?
Yeah, something. It's not you. I think it's maybe GG because you're not lagging on the call.
Really? Yeah, it is fine, right? Oh, really? It's GG?
They need to give you your money back if this time's out because
Oh my God, that's exactly the time. Oh,
what the hell? Shove again. You've quickly or it's gonna. There we go. I like the shove, by the way. Unlucky if you run into something
I think
here.
GTO is a shove.
I mean, it depends,
Give me
but like
space.
with this,
Diamond!
it's not looking great, is it? Oh, we were 120 deep actually. That makes
I
it a little
can hit
bit
another
worse.
queen. Queen will be crazy.
Let's do it.
Another
Let's
queen.
do it, man. Let's do it.
You like my shove, really?
I don't mind it at 100 big blinds, especially. I think at 120 it's like a bit dicier, right? Because the downside is more and the upside is just the same. So you get a worse deal there. 120 deep. The reason I don't mind it is that if it's a European reg, blind versus blind, they can easily just be over 4-betting that spot. Then again, it's 25 and L, and a lot of players will be under 4-betting, so it's very opponent specific. But if I don't know Villain at all and they have like an Austrian flag or something, I'm way more okay with it than I am against some other flags. It's a demographic thing.
Oh, I didn't see the flags.
Well,
I just know GTO is shove.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're 120 deep though. You have to recognize that. You're not 100 big blinds deep.
Oh, he was 120?
You were 120 effective.
Okay.
Effective stack. Right, sure. Can I leave you on your own for 2 minutes? I'm going up to the bathroom and let you play. And
I'm gonna destroy your channel, yes.
Yes, stream on Carrot Corner. All right, I'll be right back.
Everyone follow me! Wow, aces. It's okay to lose the aces, I guess. What to do? What to do? I had 280. Play with no fear, right? I guess. No. This one raising. Ace, queen. I have so many cards. Thank you. Did I hit? No, I didn't hit. Should never look at the rabbits. Never, ever. Never, ever. So sad. Ace, queen, need aces. Queen, jack. Queen, jack. Come on, give me some hands. Come on, come on. Nope. I had 280. Miss queen. Knit format. Check raise incoming. No? No betting? Betting, I'm betting. Do I fold this? Like seriously. Turn checked.
Right, we're back. Oh, you're in a hand. Impressive.
You shot. I'm gonna fold this. Okay. Fine. I don't know. Maybe I should call, but did you go to the toilet?
Yeah, I got some crisps. I was talking to my wife, and then the builders arrived, so it's all happening here. It's all go in the Carrot household.
You shove me.
What was that hand?
Maybe I don't know.
Let's look at it after this one. Play this one first.
Yeah, I mean I could have. Ace four. I'm gonna fold this. He didn't bet, and suddenly he's betting, and then he's shoving. Should I have a call?
Okay, so we open, cut off calls. You check the flop. Checking range on flop, I think, is fine. As a default approach, I think betting is fine. They check. We bet turn for over bet. Yeah, don't mind this at all. They've got a lot of combos like 10, 9, 8s, 9s that can call. Yeah, worse queen, jacks, etc. They raise the turn.
And then flush can be the shove.
I would just be. I mean, it's a clear fold on the river. I don't think it's a spot people bluff a lot. I would fold the turn. I mean, your hand isn't getting any better. Your hand's not got good outs. They've raised your overbet.
Yeah.
I just don't care. Like, I'm not even messing with turn. Like, how often are they gonna raise your overbet as a bluff? Like, how often does that happen? Doesn't happen often.
There's some people do because they know kind of like like overbet mostly is bluff. I mean, that's I do that. I do overbet mostly is bluff, and I know that. I think most people know
Well,
that
you just
too.
said earlier that when you had a value hand that they're going to fold to your overbet, so you need to make up your mind. You had ace 10 and you said, I'll overbet the turn and they'll fold. And now you're telling me that they raise overbets. So which
No,
is
but
it?
there's a flop. There's like flop is kind of different.
Sure.
Now it's like I definitely have a lot of bluffs here, right? I can just like I don't have anything and I can just bluff. I will
Yeah,
bet the bluff like two.
it's the same in the other
And
spot though. Like you have a lot of bluffs on a double Broadway board when you're early position as well. You have all those gutters. I don't know. I think you should just be more vague about it
I
and
can
just
hold the turn, right? Okay.
yeah. I think when your overbets get raised in general, you should not expect it to be overbluffed. You should expect it to be underbluffed. It doesn't matter that there's a thought process that people can use to bluff with. You can say, yeah, you can say that there are some people in pool that think that way. Sure, this webcam is so busted. There's some people in pool that think that way, but that doesn't make it overbluffed overall. There's a lot of people who just never mess with an overbet. So I would full turn when your hand isn't getting any better like that. Is that ace queen shove profitable at 25 and L, says Mathemagical? Against certain players, very profitable, and against most players, it's not good. So it just depends on the player. I thought we had if we're 100 BBs deep against a loose looking Euro reg or something, I think it's good. Otherwise, I think it's not.
But the thing is, funny thing is, he shoved, he checked, and then he jammed river. Obviously, he's saying he has a flush, and flush he didn't bet on the flop. He check raised the turn, and
It's a
I
bit
have
weird.
the ace blocker. I
It's a
have the
bit
ace
weird.
blocker, right? It's just so weird. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. If you had the flush, you would have bet a flop.
How big is the overbet jam in the river? It's like all in. I mean, it's possible. It's not like he
check.
always bets the flop with the flush draw, but usually I agree with you. It's a bit weird. Like the main thing I
Yeah.
expect to see on the turn is 8, 9, 10s, queen 10, stuff like this. And then the shove on the river is a bit bizarre. Yeah, no, I can see why you wanted to call actually on river. I can see why, because it is just a bit
Yeah.
weird. It is weird.
Yeah.
But in these games,
The only hand I can think of is okay, maybe 7, 8, 9. He has 8, 9 already diamond. And then diamond again. I mean, I could have all the better flush, right? I called.
that's also going to put people off bluffing them. I don't know. It's a really weird river spot, and
Yeah.
in general,
Anyway.
don't be surprised if they have more mergy thin value there than you think. Sometimes people freak out at these games at a low SPR. They just shove the river anyway. I mean, but I agree with you. You have an amazing, like, having the ace of diamonds there is really good against that sizing, because they're sort of saying they have nut flush a lot for that sizing. But that said, the guy raised your overbet on turn and jammed river, and it's 25 and L, and you just have to be aware of that. Full turn is the best play. I'll tell you why it's not good to call turn fold river as well. If you run into an aggro player there, they're going to follow through on river a lot. And if you run into a passive player, they're already under bluffing. So call turn fold river is not great.
Yeah. True. Yeah,
Don't
he's
worry
not
about
gonna
like
fold.
where your hand is in your range either. Like it doesn't matter that you have ace queen there. I know you've like it feels like you've underplayed it or whatever. You've only bet once, but it's a bluff catcher. And they've raised an
Yeah.
overbet. Don't be afraid to just let it go at the first opportunity. I can see that Jim says you nearly folded turn. I'd imagine that you're very good at folding early in these bad spots usually. So
Yeah, maybe we should fold the turn.
yeah, if your hand's not getting any better and it's not an overbluff spot, just fold. Fold your no redraw hands. Lucky Bar says they could have a straight. They could. I think it's a bad river shove. But this is what I mean. At 25 and L, they're drawn more to absolute hand strength. They're maybe going to put it in with a straight through panic and just not knowing what they're doing. It can happen.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can think of is 8, 9 of diamond.
Look, it's a small range spot, you know. Like, whether they're bluffing or not, they don't have many combos that take that line, regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, should I fold the turn?
As Jim says, it's under bluff and you can't improve, and they can when they're bluffing. So it's just a low EV spot.
Yeah.
Yep, I like the big C bet there. That's going to print, and obviously folding to raise, and that's fine.
Mm. Oh my God, I had before almost 300. Now it's down.
No, it's a brutal game
Just
sometimes.
smashed ace queen aces. It's crazy. Crazy.
I want you
I
to
think
start looking at the flags a bit more as well. Try and learn like which ones are more aggro regs, which ones are more like tight, which ones are fishy. Tag players. Make adjustments.
I think my 3-bet is too big. Worth 10 is okay.
I think you can size down a bit, yeah. I'm okay with sizing down a bit.
No size down. That's the GTO raise
Yeah, it
of 11.
it doesn't make it. It's just what the range chart was programmed with. It's not the only option. It's up to you, but
I like it.
I don't mind 11. I don't look at. I'm not gonna quibble over like 3-bet sizing a couple of big blinds. I thought you were saying you could size down. I was just agreeing that you could.
Oh, no. I maybe I should learn from Clanty, just like mean 3-bet. Just
Clanty strategy is a bit. Yeah, I mean it has its advantages.
after I watch him play, I play like super aggressive.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
shove.
Nice.
The 10%. They normally 4-bet me. I don't know actually. Yeah, like this. I don't even know if I should call. Okay. For the video, I call. I actually don't know, to be honest. I actually want to raise. I don't know. I was gonna raise. Well, maybe I should shove. Okay.
It's boom.
I don't know actually. I have no idea how to play this. Ace would be nice.
We'll take a club. 6 of clubs. 6 of clubs, sure. One time.
What do you think? What do you think?
I think it's
call
fine.
again?
It's fine. You can
Yeah.
play raise there if you want. It's not a big deal. Like you've so
Yeah.
much equity, it's hard to butcher that hand. You know, it's hard to get that wrong.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate.
I guess
Call's
can
also
call.
fine. Yeah,
Call can raise.
call's fine as well. I don't have a big preference. I think people are probably betting like range though,
Wait.
so raise is good.
I 3-bet. He flat call me. Oh shit! Actually, I wanted to bet. Sorry, I was just misclick. No.
What sample size would I recommend before moving up? 10,000 hands is nothing. However, I'd still recommend moving up soon. I wouldn't ever move up based on a sample of 10,000 hands at any stake. But if you feel like the win rate doesn't mean anything, like you're going to play. This is me talking to Matt on Twitch, by the way. If you play 10K samples, they're all going to be really different in BB per 100. Some are going to be losing, some are going to be winning, some are going to be break even. So that means nothing. But if you're feeling good about your game and you don't mind investing a roll and you feel like you could survive at the next stake, I would recommend moving up as fast as possible in that case.
Stop bluffing. I don't bet. Thank you. Yeah, the ace 10. I don't know. Maybe I should like study it. Maybe I should just call. And then he bets small, I could call
It
again.
doesn't matter. Like you're not. Call could be right if you know what you're doing later.
The thing is, the river is a 10, and then he shoved. I was like, oh, what should I do? He could have all the bluff, and that's a great bluff catcher, right? Ace 10. Um,
It's an okay bluff catcher. I mean,
mm,
I don't think pocket tens four bets that spot, so you're not blocking a set. Doesn't four bet those
yeah.
positions very often, and the ace is going to block some bluffs. So
Let me
I'm not
see
sure.
this
Not sure it's a
shot
great
for-
catcher.
Oh shit! I wanna take a photo of it so I can study later.
Mhm.
If that's okay.
Yep, it's a good idea.
Where is that pocket ace 10? Here, right? Oh. Yes. Holy shit! It's actually is this a squeeze? He wanted to squeeze. Ah. For this. No. I wanted to squeeze. No, he wanted to squeeze. So that's why I can lose so fast and downswing so much.
Yeah, it's a volatile old game, isn't it?
Yeah. Mm.
Right, sure. I'm gonna have to go in a minute. I have to leave the house
Okay.
soon. This has been fun.
Okay.
We'll do this again when you're a bit more settled at 25 and L.
Yeah.
And I think what we should also do is do a bit of work on your base game at some point too. Just do a bit of work on like what flop strategies you're playing and what spots, get you really acquainted with like your own game tree that you're going to go down. I think
Yeah.
that would help.
Let me finish this.
Mhm. Split this hand.
Let's it out. Now he shot. Oh, he folded. Okay. That's good. Okay, coach. Thank you.
So
I
overall,
learned something.
yeah, overall I think you're playing fine. Slow down a bit. Prioritize pot growth and value with your good hands, not just hoping they bluff or catch up. Of course, weigh it up, as we talked about. Practice thinking about the air in their range. Imagine what those combos are, like we did at the start. When do they have a lot of air? When do they not have a lot of air? You want to slow play more when they have a lot of air. You want to induce more when they have a lot of air. You want to value bet more when they have more made hands. That's the general approach. Just practice that.
Yeah.
Do they have made hands? Do they have more air? Take your time, learn your pre-flop as well. Don't neglect pre-flop. So learn like, is ace queen a jam here? What do I react? How do I react with king 8 blind versus blind? These are things that you should just be slowly making your way through the pre-flop GTO and just learning how it goes, and then deviating as we talked about in coaching journeys. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. This is not the end, because I want to follow your progress, and I know that chat does and the community does as well. So we'll get you on again in a month or so's time and see how it's going at 25 and L. We'll check in on a stream and we'll do a session maybe where we do a bit of building your base game before we play a session. I'd like to do a bit of off-table work with you too. I know it's fun to play, but we'll do some off-table work as well. Anything you want to say to the community, the chat, the audience?
Follow me on Twitch. No.
Put your Twitch in
Watch me pump my money.
put it in the chat again. Put your name in
Yeah,
the.
I think I hope I can inspire more people to learn and to grow, and we can go all get better together. Yeah.
Absolutely. Been an amazing contestant, fun student to work with, and we will catch up soon, yeah?
Yeah.